Now the project deal with measurement of temperature, that is human temperature. At the end of this project, we are able to execute this. At this, we can test the environment temperature, at the same time we can test human being temperature. And these are the components that involve. First and foremost, we used the Arduino Uno, and on top of the Arduino Uno there is internal shield. So the Arduino Uno is a microcontroller that you can use to connect to the computer system, and the internal shield is a kind of a shield that enables us to store our data into the internet or into the local host, which is a database. So that is the function of these two microcontrollers. So we have inside there, we have the Arduino Uno. On top of it, we have the internal shield. Come to this point. So we are using NTC thermistor. So the NTC thermistors is used to measure the temperatures of human being or environment temperature. Now, for us to connect the NTC thermistors with the board, we need 10K resistor. So this is the 10K resistor. So at a point, we have to link the 10K resistors to the board, combining it with the Arduino Uno. So if you can check at this point, we have the 5 volts. So the 5 volts is connected to the board. We have the ground is also connected to the board. Now, since I'm using more than one thermistor, so I'm using up to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So at this point, I have to connect the first pin of this NTC thermistor to A0, the second pin into A1, the third pin into A3, the fourth pin into A3. So at the end of the connection, then we now move to the software configuration. So this is the software configuration. Now we have the software that comes with the Arduino Uno. So we call it IDE, application software for Arduino. Now, since I'm using the internal sheet, then I have to go to a library. For example, this is the library that is compatible with the Arduino Uno. Let me check out. Sketch, no. Editing. Move from editing. Okay, this include library. So from this library, I can move to this point. I'm looking for internet shield. So this is internet shield. When I click on this, automatically it can enable me to work on the internet shield and the Arduino Uno. So I have to connect to this at the first place. Now after I connect to this, it will display this code. Now from this point, so this is this one means int means constant value, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we want to constant the temperature 1 equal to A0, which is this. The temperature 2, which is A1, is here. The temperature 3, which is A2, is also here. Now the temperature 4, the last one, which is A3. Now at a point, we have to float everything. Now for us now to get the real results, so we have a setup, is in stage by stage. We have the void setup. The void setup includes, if I want it to display on the computer system, which is on the serial monitor, I have to set it to serial.begin bracket 9600. And also, if I want it to display on the web page, I have to use internetshift.begin and the MAC address and including the IP. So after I've done with this, then I move to the void loop. So the void loop is when I can initialize most of these variables. So I have actually changed the analog read 0 is A0 and initialize all these ones. Now for me now to calibrate, it is when I come to this stage. So this stage involves the stage of calibration, because ordinarily if I